Hello everyone, this is James Song here. Welcome back to my video. We are covering speaking section of the TOEFL test, and as you can clearly see on the screen, we are covering question 2 of the speaking section today of the TOEFL test. So let's get started. As you know, we have reading section in question 2, so we need to make a summary. We need to make notes within 45 seconds and reading passage disappears in real TOEFL test. And then there is a listening section. We need to listen and make notes. And then we have 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to answer. So today, I mix it up. Sometimes I just comprehend the reading passage sentence by sentence and make notes slowly with you. Or sometimes I show you making my notes real time, so it's a little bit more realistic. And then I explain the reading passage afterwards. So today I will show you the real-time note-taking, okay? So let's get started. 45 seconds, reading passage. Go. All right, so that's 45 seconds. I just made it. I wish I could like read it loud and do this at the same speed. You know, it would be a little bit more dynamic. Maybe I'll try next time, see how I go. Maybe I'll cook it real bad, but we'll see. Okay, so it's a letter written by a student, probably. It doesn't say, but probably is. So one format of the reading passage of question 2 is form of letter, okay? So keep that in mind. So one person by the name of Eric Hughes written a letter to propose. I've noticed that small construction project on campus, like, okay, title is campus construction should happen during the summer. So that's a proposal. The person says, I've noticed that small construction project on campus like fixing sidewalk and parking lots often take place during the regular school year. So during the semester, when classes are in session, not during the summer holiday. I propose, so this is the main idea. So I didn't bother, to be realistic, writing notes on what I thought not important. So I just, understood and I remember, but this is the main idea. I propose, this is a reason for the letter, right? I propose that whenever possible, the university should schedule these kind of construction project, like fixing the sidewalk or fixing the parking lot, construction project to take place during the 3-month summer break. So this is the main idea. This is all you need. If you are only considering the score and points that you need to get in this question, this is the only thing you need. So I wrote in notes because I understood and remember. I have no problem making this into full sentences, but some of you may want to write down in more detail or almost like a full sentence or paraphrase. So this is all you need to say to get the full mark in terms of scoring when you say your answer in 60 seconds, right? Okay. So this person who wrote the letter proposed, university should schedule construction project in the university during summer break, not during the regular school year. Okay, so that's the main idea. To make it real short, this person proposes university should schedule construction project in the university during summer break. So that's nice and concise, right? And this part, as you probably know by now, we don't really say it in our answer. You can write it down or at least read it through, because 90 or 100% of the time, more than 90% of the time, the listening is discussing exactly this. So you're almost getting a preview or unfair advantage of understanding the listening passage, which is more important to get higher score than people who would not or choose not to read this part. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is it's important to cover this part as well, although you may feel that you don't really say this part in your answer. Okay, all right, so one reason I propose it should be during the summer break is that construction project can be very disruptive to students. What do you mean by that? They create inconveniences and can make it hard to get where you need to go because it's fixing sidewalk or fixing parking lot. So student may feel inconvenience and find it hard to get to where they need to go because there's like constructions going on, right? And the second reason was that construction project would be more likely to be completed quickly if they were scheduled for the summer, during the summer, when the weather is usually good. So he thinks, during the summer, weather is better. So if you just do it during the summer, not winter, then, I think this person, Eric, thinks the construction will be completed faster as well because it can be done during the summer, better weather. Okay, so that's the reading passage, done and dusted, summarized and reviewed completely. Okay, so next step, let's move on to the listening passage and let's have a listen to it. Here we go.
Now listen to two students discussing the letter.
So, Jane, what do you think of Eric's proposal?
I'm all for it.
So you think it's true, what he says about the problems with the way it's been done?
Well, yeah, I do. Take his first reason. Like, I know you don't drive, but I do drive here every day, so I need a place to park my car. And remember last year when they decided to repair some of the parking lots?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. There was a lot of work going on, wasn't there? Starting in December.
Right. At least 4 lots were closed, and that meant there weren't enough parking spots for students and professors' cars. I usually had to circle around looking for parking on one of the streets and then walk from the street all the way to my classes.
That's annoying.
Yeah, and it happened to a lot of other people in my classes, too. People were always arriving late because of all the trouble they had parking. Sometimes even my professors were late.
Yeah.
And also, his second point, that makes sense, too. I mean, for instance, part of the reason those parking lot repairs last year took so long was because of the big snowstorms. They had to keep stopping, sometimes for a week or 2 at a time, because of snow and ice on the ground.
Yeah, I remember that. We had a bunch of big snowstorms right in a row last year.
Yeah. So with all that starting and stopping because of the weather, the job took them a lot longer to finish.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty simple, right? So the question is woman's opinion. Okay. So, she agrees with Eric's proposal. So probably he's a student. Anyway, so she agrees with the proposal provided or made by the students, by this person. It says student's proposal in the question, okay? First, she says, I need parking. She exemplifies. So she said, when they replaced, so, you know, you're not going to say first reason is that she needs parking. You know, that's not a topic sentence. So we need to paraphrase, or we need to restructure, or we need to change the order of the sentences. Sometimes we need to, you know, do whatever is necessary to make a good summary. All right. So let's look at the reading notes. So first reason is that it's very disruptive. So she is agreeing with that, right? It's inconvenient. They cannot go where they need to go, right? So she said, I need parking. And they replaced parking lot during the semester. So 4 parking lots were closed. That ended up not having enough parking lot for students and professor. And because of this, some students and professors were even late to the classes because they couldn't find parking. So that's example, right? Okay. So this is what I mean by synthesize. You need to do this. You need to complete this during the preparation time. I'll demonstrate this for you. Okay. So we need a topic sentence. We are not going to say, you know, she needs parking, blah, 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 blah. We are going to structure it better. Okay. So, you know, first reason is that it is very disruptive. Okay. It causes a lot of disruption for student, or it is very disruptive. Okay. For example, right? She needs parking, but they replaced parking lot. A university replaced parking lot, or you could start with university replaced parking lot as a first sentence, right? And 4 parking lots were closed during the semester, and that's not enough space for students and professors. So that's very disruptive. And I'm going to add, some students and professors were even late to the class because they couldn't find parking. That's how I'm going to say, right? I'm going to make a topic sentence in this case, synthesize the structure a little bit first. You know, she states that it is very disruptive to students and professors. It can be very disruptive. And, you know, jump into here maybe, right? University replaced parking lot, not enough, not just for her, but students and professor, and they were late because of this. So that's disruption. That's huge disruption, right? Okay. Next. Yeah, second, also she agrees. So that's explanation immediately rather than having a topic sentence. So yeah, she believes project can be completed quicker during summer, something like that, you could say, because it's your summary, right? Because the parking lot, replacement of parking lot example she mentioned in previous paragraph, right? It took a very long time because there were snowstorm during the winter and they had to stop and start many times. You know, that's it. That's the perfect answer. Or you could say, if you have some time left, okay, if they did this work during the summer, they may have finished a lot quicker. Okay. Or you don't have to say that because you're just summarizing. So you just have to make sure it took a long time because of the bad weather in winter, which is facing snowstorms. All right. So that's what you need to do. Okay. So in 30 seconds, effective preparation would be something like this, right? A student in the letter proposed university should schedule construction project during summer. Because very disruptive, sorry, that's preparation for my answer, right? So I'm not going to cover this. I'm going to jump into the listening after the main idea of reading. Sorry, let me try again. Propose uni should schedule construction project during summer. She agrees. Was really disruptive, replaced parking lot, not enough space for students and professor, and they were late to the class. Second, parking lot, took a long time because facing snowstorm during the winter. They had to stop and start because of bad weather. All right, I got this. I got this. Let's get the perfect score in 60 seconds by delivering one sentence at a time, sentence by sentence, okay? By looking at the notes. So, make sure you get to the level that you can use preparation time as like trying the answer roughly for the first time. So the 60 seconds you have, you can kind of treat it as you are giving the answer for the second time, okay? By calm yourself down and delivering one sentence at a time by looking at the notes. And, that ability can only be improved by a lot of practice, obviously, okay? All right, so let's listen to my answer, okay? One possible model answer for this question. Here we go. According to the reading passage, a student wrote a letter to propose that university should schedule construction project only during the summer break whenever possible. Woman in the conversation strongly agrees with the student's proposal. First, it can be very disruptive for students and professors. University replaced parking lots during the winter, so they closed 4 parking lots, and there were not enough parking spaces for students and professors, and this often made them come late to their classes. Second, construction can be completed quicker in summer with better weather. She claims that the parking lot construction took a long time because they had to stop and restart several times when they faced the snowstorms in winter. Bad weather delayed the construction. So something like this, guys, okay? Something like this would be the perfect answer. And one thing I cannot directly help you, only can be achieved by you practicing again and again, is, improving your skills to be able to, say the full sentence from the notes. I mean, obviously, beginning or lower than intermediate or advanced students can start by writing down the full sentence of your notes and then speaking it out, right? If you have to do it that way, that's fine. That's the first step. And then, you need to keep practicing to be able to get to the level, ultimately, looking at the notes and instantaneously be able to make a full sentence by speaking, okay? So that's the process. So some students may start speaking immediately, right away, from looking at the notes, keep practicing many times. And other student, yeah, you can start by writing out the full sentence and saying it out loud as the first step. That's fine. And you can keep practicing and get to the next level eventually. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's the whole answer for this question. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate you have decided to study with me, and I'll see you in the next video covering question 3. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.